Hello, everybody. My name is Hawk Cedeño, and today I'm going to make a short presentation about what features Spanish has changed throughout the time. First of all, we should know some of the most spoken languages throughout the world, which are the Mandarin or Chinese, the Spanish, English, Hindi, and Bengali. In this case, Spanish is in second place as it has about 500 million native speakers throughout the world. What's the origin of Spanish? According to history, Spanish originally came from the Indo-European family, and also Spanish has its roots in Latin language, which is already extinct, but it's still spoken in some religion events or in the priests and the church. Something that we should be aware of is that Spanish has 75% of its roots from the Latin language. But not only Latin, Spanish also has its origins from Celtiberian, Basque, Gothic, Arabic, and other native languages of the Americas that make Spanish turned into the language that it is today. In addition to that, it also happened that invasion of the Moors from North America, the Visigoths from Central Europe, and the Christians from the Roman Empire. All of these contributed to make Spanish become a new language with a very complex structure. And again, Castilian Spanish, which is the version of Spanish before the modern Spanish that today we speak, comes from the Vulgar Latin, and also from the colonization which took place in the 15th century, and also had influences from the Catholic region, which basically wanted to impose their religion to Native Americans, and these make the Spanish adopted some of their native local words, and that's why the Spanish of Latin America evolved into the Spanish that it's widely spoken throughout the continent nowadays. These are some of the words adopted from American native languages. We have canoas or canoe, hammocks, likewise fauna and flora that didn't exist in Europe at that time, such as chili pepper, shark, iguana, manatee, macaw, peanut, sweet potato, cocoa, tomato, tamal, papaya. So some of these words are now used in the current Spanish, but they were all adopted from the American native languages, which influenced the Spanish. Today, Spanish, as I said before, is spoken in 20 different countries that has taken it as its official language. And there are about 500 million people who speak Spanish, leading Mexico on the first place of speakers with about 125 million speakers. Then we have Colombia, after that Spain, and so on. We also have some parts of the United States in which Spanish is considered their official language, such as Florida or Texas, the states. These are some features that we have to consider when it comes to Spanish and their evolution. Well, first, different speech communities make use of different sounds. For example, in the highlands in Ecuador, people say cuatro or they say tres, which is 4 or 3. And this is mainly because when they started speaking Spanish, I mean the native speakers, they have some influence from Quechua, which made the Spanish turned into the pronunciation that they have today. In addition to this, we have different speech communities use different words. For example, in Colombia, cuchara, which is a spoon, has that meaning. In Ecuador too, but cuchara also means vagina in Colombia, which is the organ, the sexual organ of the female. So this is a cultural adaptation of the Spanish to communicate ideas. And the third point, we have different speech communities may use the same words or phrases with differing meanings. What it means is that, for example, we can say a word that can be the same in one country, but it could have another meaning in another country. Lastly, we have that different speech communities use different phrase structures, such as here in the coast or in the highlands. People would say, bring in water, rather than just saying, give me water or bring me water, which is another structure that they adopted from Quechua. These are some other changes that Spanish has had. For example, the pronunciation of the, Z and C, that Spanish sounds like the, after I and E became an S sound in the Americas and some parts of Spain, because the pronunciation in here took some challenges, and also the S sound seemed to be easier than the th sound. De vosotros by ustedes, which means you, which was adopted from the Latin America Bible, and it was widely spread here. Something else that happened was that at the beginning, Spanish, which was originally from Latin, had about 15 features or letters that were B, C, D, F, G, H, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S, T, and X. But now more other letters were adopted from other languages, and they incorporated some other letters until now we have about 28 letters in the alphabet. Some other changes of writing also took place, such as the X by the J. For example, in the word Loja, the pronunciation is the same, but the spelling is different. That's why Mexico today is spelled with X rather than J, although in Spanish we pronounce it as the same sound as J. There is also the adoption of words from other languages, such as Italian. We took the word pizza, or from English, the word cyborg, French, the word etiquette, okay, and that which has like an adapted form in Spanish, because its original form was etiquette. And in addition to all of these features, there is another one, which is the pronunciation of the Y, like in the word yate, or in the word llama, they do have a difference, but most people in Latin America and also in Spain don't make it sound different. But basically, it means that that is the extinction of that sound, and today is only spoken in few other countries. To conclude, I can say that Spanish has had a lot of changes throughout history, but the main features to consider were the influence of other languages throughout the time, and these events made Spanish evolve into the language that is today. Thank you.